What's up, y'all?
Hey, what's up? Hi.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. This is the Money and Nick show. This is our series called Marriage Things, where we talk about marriage things. And we have a special couple.
Who's one of my favorites.
Oh, okay. I'll take it.
Pam and Jahlani, we just want to, talk to you guys and have some fun and have some discussion while we've been in quarantine and things of the past and stuff like that. So thank y'all for joining us.
Thank you for the invitation. This was nice.
I'm very surprised you picked up.
Right. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing. Okay.
So what we typically do first is we talk about how are things going with you guys with the whole quarantine, COVID-19. How are things for you guys?
Well,
it's actually two-parter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two-parter.
Yeah.
So for me, I was essential for the essential. So I'm still going in. I've still been going in on a regular basis. So.
Yeah, and I've been home, but since he's been going, it doesn't really feel that different. And before, I was working from home anyway, so I guess the only difference is the school part that's been added to the repertoire of things that we need to do. That's the part that's been like, okay. So, yeah.
What about like the whole dynamic, like home life, the kids, like outside of school, outside of work?
That's the same. I mean, honestly, it's the same. We have enough space in our house. I have noticed, I more so noticed how thin our walls are. So I'm really looking forward to get reinforcements there. But a lot of stuff, Anyway, but left swipe. I don't know. It's sort of the same. It's really been the same. It's except the added school pressure of being a teacher. That part, maybe just for me, I did not go in that profession for a reason, and it's been very, very challenging.
I agree.
So yeah.
All right. What about you?
Yeah. What about y'all?
Since the last time we did our vlog, how are things for you, Nikki?
Things for me are going great. I'm back at work,
yay!
Pretty much majority of the time. I'm still trying to build back up, but other than that, I love that I'm able to get out the house and see my clients and talk to them. I can't really love on them like I want to, but other than that, and I hate wearing those masks while I'm working. It's horrible.
It's hard to breathe, right?
Very hard to breathe, and they my face started breaking out from it.
Yeah.
So
I've heard that.
I'll be glad when that is completely over.
Yeah.
About you?
Yeah, for me, I've been working from home since like March, maybe like a week before they shut everything down. Like I was already working from home. So I'm just getting used to, life every day with the kids.
Right.
They're in the office. I try to change rooms. Sometimes I'll go out on the patio and try to work, and the birds are chirping too loud. I can't focus. So I just been adjusting with that. And the kids, man, they tripping, man. They need to get out the house.
They actually just got out for a couple days ago for my niece's birthday. So they stayed with my
sister. That's good.
For a couple days, and I could tell that they enjoyed that. They needed it.
Yeah, at ours there was a graduation block party sort of section thing that we recently went to.
Everything was above board.
Everything was above board. But it was nice to see people. My goodness.
Yeah.
Nice to be out. Yeah.
All right, nice. All right, so let's get to the business. So we want to know, what is the Pam and Jahlani love story? Tell us how. Tell us how long y'all been married. Just in a nutshell.
Okay. Well, we've been together for 22 years. We've been married for 15. We actually just celebrated our 15th wedding anniversary.
I know.
Happy anniversary.
We had a basement picnic because
It was raining, the Rona, like we couldn't do nothing except do everything indoors. But it was set up real nice. Lots of cheese and wine and wine and wine.
That's romantic, though.
It was cool. Yeah, it was really nice. So, our love story, I'm going to do the PG quick version. Met him in night. I was a senior. We have a PG version. Just listen. Okay. PG version. So, I was a senior in high school in 98. I went to Kent State for like this overnight stay. Like high school seniors come and spend the night and learn the, college life. There was a party in the ballroom in the student center. He was there. I was there. He kind of gave me a real funny, messed up look.
Listen, I was.
Nope. We're not gonna say why, but he gave me a little bit of a messed up look, but I left swiped it, and then later on we ended up talking all night, and then we ended up dating after that.
Okay.
All right, so
Recognized game. I'm just
So we got right. So we have a series of questions. So I'll let Nikki start with asking you guys the first question.
So our first question is going to be, what is y'all's love language?
Well, mine, I would probably have to say touch.
Physical touch.
Yeah,
okay.
Physical touch by certain people. I mean, I can't have no just random person to come up and touch me and be like, "Oh, that's my love language. Thanks." That'd just be weird.
So I was thinking about that, and I'm like, it was physical touch, and then it was words of affirmation, and then it was acts of. It like switches.
Yeah, it does.
It kind of depends on. To me, if it's difficult for you to do it, and you do it, to me, that's you showing me that you care about me. So if, acts of service is a difficult thing for you to do, but you go out of your way to do acts of service, that to me feels like you're showing love. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it kind of just depends.
I learned the hard way.
Whatever. It kind of just depends on.
I tried touching her one time. She was like, "No, no, that's not my love."
Which is crazy because I would say you were a touchy-feely person.
No, people think that, but I have a certain specific group of people that I love to love on. Okay. And it's not everybody. It's really not.
Okay.
So, but it's also like if you're not a touchy-feely person and you do that for me, then to me it's like, oh, you care about me. Or if you're not a person that likes to give compliments and you give one, it's like, oh, it's the whole like you don't really normally do this, but now you're doing it specifically for me, which makes me feel loved or cared for.
Okay.
All right, next question. I'll do this one. So what is one word that describes your relationship?
Enjoyable.
Enjoyable?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we enjoy each other's company. We have, our own little inside jokes. Like we could say one right now that we would get, but y'all probably look at us like, what the heck are y'all talking about? So, but we'll crack up. We'll even do it, at work and just repeat what that is and just start cracking up to ourselves. Pretty funny.
Yeah. I would say that.
Like Sunday it was hot.
Well,
Okay.
You gotta say it though. You
start singing Nelly?
No, there's this scene in one of my all-time favorite comedy movies with the Spaceballs, and there's a song, and every time it's an inside joke. It's just nobody gets it.
Watch Spaceballs, you get it.
Yeah.
So people out there, if you watch Spaceballs, you'll know.
How do you make married life fun with kids?
Oh,
Hmm.
making fun of our kids. That's what we pretty much do. It helps because they're hilarious.
Yeah.
Idiotic at times and hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot of it.
Yeah.
It is. But we play with them.
Yeah.
Like,
we're nice to
we
them.
do family nights. We have Uno, and we actually play by the actual rules. If you ever read it, if any black person ever read it, there are rules to Uno that you're supposed to follow. So we
There
actually
are.
try that. Very impressive.
And then we play sheets, or Lynn would kill me. She heard me call it sheets. It's illustrations, which is what sheets is fun. So, and yeah, we try to play games with them. We do make a lot of fun of them, and that's pretty much it.
So let me tweak the question. So excluding the kids, how do you make married life fun with each other? You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Let me give you an example. So like for us, like we have 4 girls, right? So it's always something going on, something at school. They're involved in something. So, obviously life can be hectic. So
Yeah.
some of the things what we try to do is take a vacation with just us 2.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Yes.
the kids with grandma or the godparents or somebody like that. So we're able to enjoy each other and make memories with each other.
Well, we kind of get a lot of time together. It's interesting because we have our like patio time where we're just sitting out on the front patio, just talking or whatever, spending time together.
Right.
Oh, totally. And then we have done vacations.
Yeah, we do vacations.
When
we try and have a vacation for ourselves and then a vacation
with the kids. Yeah.
So we kind of try and have 2 of those. So
yeah,
that's kind of we try to definitely make time for ourselves because if we didn't, we might kill each other.
Nice.
Apparently, he wants to kill. All right.
No. Turn a phrase.
All right. Next question. So, what have you learned about being married that you would impart in a newly engaged or other couples?
I would say not just communication, but comprehension. Because you can communicate all day, but if you're not really comprehending what the other individual is or is not saying, like some people define certain words one way versus another. So you have to have comprehension. That would be my advice to them.
That's good.
Yeah.
I would have to say, speak up. Make sure that your partner knows. They can't guess. They don't know what you're thinking. So you have to kind of speak up when you disagree with something, because it's going to happen. If anybody goes into any marriage thinking that everybody's going to be agreeing with everybody and everything's
ain't going to
they
happen.
are sadly mistaken.
Yes, they are.
Good stuff.
Is there anything that annoys you from your spouse?
I'll let you start this.
So he has this thing, and I get it. I get it. When he comes home from work, the first thing you want to do is just unclothe, like don't get my shoes off, my feet, and then his shoes are sort of.
You just put it wherever.
And then I'm tripping, like I'm literally tripping over your shoes. Oh, it sounds familiar. All right. It's just like, can you just take them upstairs? I don't get it. You get dressed in the room. Like, why are your shoes right here on the other side of the house? For why?
We're going to get out.
For why?
Like that.
So, yeah, that's mine.
For mine.
Uh-oh.
I swear. 22 years. Turn the tops on any jars of anything on all the way. So you pick something up, that's gonna come right off, and you gotta spill. It's guaranteed. Absolutely.
I mean, I kind of feel like, like if I need it again.
Listen, at 22 years, I assume this is just part of your personality.
All the way on. Okay.
Yeah, I think for me, something that annoys me about Kimani is he likes to overtalk.
What?
Wait.
Huh?
What's
I
up,
was
Pam?
saying that because he rarely talks when he's around us.
Say that again.
Yeah, that's around y'all.
Go
But
ahead, Nikki.
home,
Not siding with you.
if we are having a conversation and I'm trying to get something out, he'd be like, but I'm like, dang, can I get out what I need to get out? All the time.
You don't want to listen?
All the time.
Listen.
No, see, sometimes I have
Oh my God.
I have a point that I want to get out. You know what I'm saying?
But never mind the point I'm trying to get out.
Yeah.
No,
that don't matter. Left swipe.
I don't matter. I don't be done with my point. You know what I'm saying? I got to get you from A to Z.
You know this is the point, and then he's gonna let her rebuttal. That's the whole point. That's what a debate is.
Am I giving my what annoys?
Yeah.
Man. Hold on, let me get my book. Now I'm playing. Man, I mean, she's a perfect little angel who.
I know I'm not perfect. No.
Okay, so this is what annoys me sometimes. So sometimes I'm at work, right? Working hard. You know what I'm saying? Coding, programming, thinking. You know what I'm saying? Brain on fire. And she might be at home. It might be her day off. You know what I'm saying? She chilling, doing nothing. Nathaniel, right?
You mad? You jealous?
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
A little bit jealous.
So I get off of work and she like, hey, can you stop by the store and get this stuff? And I'm like, I've been at work.
Huh? You was already out. I mean,
no, listen. Let me
pick up, by the way.
Hold on.
Probably work.
I have done that to you. And you like, babe, I'm just really tired. I'm just gonna come.
All you had to do was say no. She asked, can you?
Let me finish.
No, I cannot. I'm coming home.
And then you know what you're gonna be dealing with.
Oh, this must happen in
you have to go.
This must happen in you guys' house as well, huh?
Yeah. It's bad. I'm so bad. He'll come all the way home, get in the house, take off his first shoe, and I'll be like, can you go get some sugar? I'm about to make some fresh lemonade. And I need the raw sugar in the raw. Yeah, it's bad. So I couldn't call. I didn't figure it out until you got home.
Yeah. So all right.
Look, it reminds me of sugar. Can you get me some sugar? That's it.
How do you guys handle y'all's disagreements?
Yeah.
Well, the best thing that we have figured out is first we have to step away from each other, and then we come back and actually try to talk this out. So we make sure that we're not arguing at each other about arguing. You know, it ends up being that after a while. You know, so we try to, talk with each other, and then every now and then we'll be like, "Why are we even arguing?" Like,
that's the best.
No. Why are we arguing about this?
We're not even mad. No one's really mad here.
Like, why you got the high voice?
Do you have a couple who inspires your marriage or a mentor couple?
Yes.
Yes. We said
Y'all laid it out.
Like follow up. There's no follow up. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we just said yes, and we didn't want to go into who or what it is because they don't know there are inspiring couples.
We're creepy.
So it's sort of like, because we don't want the pressure. It's just be you, do you, be how y'all be, and we're secretly watching it and learning.
But if you guys have like something that you need to talk to them about, how do y'all go about that if they don't really know?
It's one of those like indirect questions that happen, and then we gather the answer over time, just sort of watching what they do, and that's messed up. But that's for us. It just needed to be authentic. I didn't want the whole like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna
I have to
try to button up. We're gonna try because we're so all over the place. We just wanted it to be as authentic, as it can possibly be. So.
I know that sounds pretty. We don't have cameras following them or anything.
It's just so bad.
Is it somebody that you guys don't have to say who it is. I'm just curious to know if it's somebody that you guys have known for a while.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's sort of like, there was just never a formal conversation. It's just sort of like, but we've known you for a long time. We've seen the evolution, and yeah.
Okay.
5 years from now, how do you envision life together?
Ooh, no kids. 2025, they graduate in 2025.
Oh, absolutely.
Get out.
That'll be here in no time.
I know. That's like around the corner. That's around the corner. We got a lot of stuff to teach. So I would hope that we'd be traveling more, and
that's one thing that we do both agree on. We like to travel, so we're trying to figure out how to do that as often as possible. We want to visit places in the United States, but gotta have a passport in this family.
Yeah, I think that'll be. I mean, they'll hopefully be going off to college or whatever they want to do after high school, and that would be a dream.
So, of course, in 5 years, we're still gonna have kids.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay.
But most definitely, travel is something that's really important to us. So that most definitely is going to stay on the list.
And I think that we're preparing ourselves now, like how we said before, when we vacation with just ourselves. So we're used to what life feels like with just us,
Yeah.
Versus kids are gone. You like, who is this person?
Who is this person? Yeah.
I actually hear that a lot from people who have raised kids and they're gone. And the husband and wife are like, I don't know who you are. Like, and then some of them end up getting divorced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what we try to do now is just keep dating each other, doing vacations with each other, and just, continue to grow as a married couple. So,
very mentory.
There we go.
Okay.
I didn't catch it.
Huh?
No, I didn't catch it, but that's okay. Left swipe. Go ahead.
What does your spouse do that turns you on?
Oh, we're going there. We're doing that. We're going there. We're going there. Okay.
Did you talk about that? Oh, me first? Okay.
PG.
I would say, she already preempted me for that one. I would have to say when she actually plays the piano. Yes, in church. No, I'm just kidding. But whenever she's playing it, I can tell the passion that she is putting into the piano and the playing, and I enjoy watching her in that passion.
I love that.
I'm gonna be around this house and be like,
right.
Hello.
Okay.
Are you blushing?
I am blushing. I don't know why. That's so weird, right? I would say, whenever you're doing something that you love, it's like seeing you in your element. But he also, when he's in a fraternity and when he steps and then when he speaks French.
Okay.
You speak French?
Speaking French right now.
Speaking French very soon.
Yeah.
Say something in French.
Vous parlez français?
No, what you say?
I said, do you speak French?
No. Clearly. What about y'all?
Uh-oh.
So it's a few things for me. I like when if I'm coming home and he's here and I see him doing, work in the house, or here lately he's been putting a lot of work in on the outside of our house. That means a lot to me. So seeing that happen, and then when
you better wear a tool belt all day long.
Just
whoa. At least stop.
Wait a minute.
What about you?
Man, let me tell you now. My love language is acts of service. So whenever she does something for me, like if she just fixes my plate, or she does it before I even know that she's doing it, then I'm like, okay, now, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's the PG version.
All right. I mean, you asked us.
Listen, when do you think it's happening?
To be like PG. Like, what?
What is one thing you learned about your spouse during COVID?
Oh, okay.
I found out that if my wife takes her time, she's a dang on good cook.
I can cook, y'all. Shock. I mean, it was surprising me too.
It took 21.5 years to figure that out.
I'm sorry. It just wasn't ever really my thing. It just was never my thing.
What you been cooking on?
Huh?
What you cooking?
I mean, I've made, I've always been good at breakfast. No, right, food. No, I just got creative with like tortellini and pasta dishes and Chinese food. Oh my God. And I'm a mixologist apparently.
Uh-oh.
I've made fresh like blueberry lemonade, strawberry lemonade, peach lemonade, like
oh, that's good.
It's phenomenal. So
Jahlani, do you typically cook?
Yeah. Huh?
You typically cook?
Yeah.
That's how that goes down.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Not my cup of tea, but I have since COVID, these things you learn about yourself during the COVID, during the quarantine.
She has flowers that have not died.
I have flowers that have not died. I've picked up a green thumb. I did some different decor. I got real creative. It's been fun.
Okay.
Nice.
What about you, Pam?
It's a lot hasn't really changed for him because he still gets up and goes every day. But because we don't have like the extracurricular stuff, the things that he was like, I'm gonna do that, but I'll get to it because other things kind of take precedence. Like he's been a lot faster to kind of get things done and start things that he wanted to start. So words of affirmation.
It's not touching season.
Well, yeah, what have you guys learned?
So he actually is the one who pointed it out to me, that he is a person of routine. And with him in the beginning of this, you can kind of tell he was a little all over the place, and he kind of, I don't know, he was like acting kind of, he would get his funky moments. And it was because, the lack of routine that he used to have.
Yeah.
And he had to recreate a routine in our home.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm used to like going to work, have stand-up meetings at work at a specific time.
Right.
For my stand-up meetings, I take a walk, 30-minute walk, come back, I'm working on some code, go to lunch, come back, and I'm used to this routine. And then, since the stuff's been going on, I'm going to sleep at like 3 a.m, waking up at 9. And I'm like, oh shoot. Yeah. So,
that was the worst.
Yeah. So
every night going to sleep 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, that's not me.
Yeah, that sleeping thing has been interesting. But I've had nights where it's like I'm up, I'm just wide awake and up. Yeah.
What I've learned about her is that, and she impatient, man.
I am.
Listen. I have learned that as well. If it's a suggestion, it's not a suggestion. It's like you better go do that.
Pretty much.
And it takes time to figure it out. This has like exacerbated it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we should get some sugar, and I'm like, yeah, we should.
As in, go. I
should. Yeah, she want it now, and then she's ready to move on to the next thing.
Yep.
Like, whoa, let's finish this first before we move on.
That makes sense to me. I get it.
She's taking care of it like clients. Knocks them out. Let's go.
Next.
All right. I think that wraps up our questions to you guys.
Oh, good.
So
we can ask questions.
Just shoot them off the rip. Just shoot them up. We ready.
Okay. Well, I do want to know your story of how you guys met, because I think y'all met around the same time that we met. Like, we met in like 98. Were y'all like 99, 2000, something like that?
It was 98.
Yeah. So, tell us the story.
In 1998, when no, we went to the same high school. She was a couple years younger than me. I'll tell a piece of the story, and then I'll let you tell your perspective of the story. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, tell it.
Back in the day, I was a little knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? So.
All right.
But I seen her. I said, "Oh, she nice." You know what I'm saying? And what? Why are you looking at me like
You
that?
already starting off wrong. You did not see me and say, "Oh, she's nice." So, of course, we met in high school. My sister would hang out with her boyfriend, and then all of them. They was like all in like a group that they would hang out with. So. I was not looking at Kimani at all. He most definitely, when I said we started out as friends, we started out as friends.
Oh, that's nice.
I actually was dating someone else.
Oh.
Not very long. But yeah.
He stole you.
He ain't steal me, but he was planting seeds.
Game recognized game.
Unagi.
Ditto. Yeah, I mean, she was in another relationship, and we were friends, and I was friends with her sister, and I ain't gonna lie, I was a little knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? I was involved in other things, and then we came around, and we got serious eventually.
Nice.
We're here today.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
That's a good PG.
That's a very good PG
version. That's a Disney version of I ever heard.
Disney, just like the one I told earlier.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Let's see.
What made you want to start doing this?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So, you want to start? Or you want to
No, because
I'm curious.
So you
okay.
going?
So several months ago, I brought it up. Like, hey, we should do some vlogging, because we do travel, and we had a vacation plan in July, a 7-day cruise, and we were just like, oh, let's do some vlogging and some reviews on cruising and stuff like that. Yeah. And then this happened. I was just like, why don't we start now? And then we were doing. Actually, we were doing some Worship Wednesday, so we were already pre-recording.
Yeah.
The camera and lights were already set up. I was like, let's just do our vlog. The cameras and stuff is already set up, so let's start. So
I like it. Y'all are hilarious. I watched the one with the 4 C's. That was really good. That was really good. So it's really nice to see y'all out here, just being transparent and vulnerable. It takes real big courage to put yourself bigly. It takes bigly courage. Not to quote anybody, but to share, you know, your story and your experience and what you've learned along the way, and then that we're all still learning.
Yeah.
Like, I know we have to, like, when you asked us to do it, I was like, I really want us to do it because we don't know.
That's another thing too. Like, we're about to hit 15 years in the end of
July.
July, and you know, we've been through a lot. You know, a lot, and I think that we do have some knowledge, and we have some experiences that we've been through that we could share to newly wed couples or couples going through issues. And then I thought, oh, we can interview other people, you know, who's been married. I
think that's good.
I think we will eventually have somebody who's been married, you know, 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Really get some good advice from, you know, couples, so.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. And then even to catch the young ones. So sometimes those that haven't been married long, they can give you kind of a perspective that of the newness that sometimes you might be like, oh yeah, you know.
It was like, you did the best you could with the information you got and try and make sure they don't turn out crazy.
And then at the end of the day, I think it's like every relationship to me is customized. Like what works for y'all works for y'all, what works for you. And I feel that way about all of my relationships. Like, it's personally customized to you. Yep. You, my friend, or you, my coworker, or you know, my significant other. It's like, it's special to you. So what works over here doesn't work necessarily over there.
They may have ideas,
right?
But it may not work.
Yeah,
but you still need to be open to them.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. This was fun.
I hope you had fun. I hope we kept it clean enough.
Yeah. Man, make sure y'all go. Make sure y'all go subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying?
We did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jahlani, like, did we? Like, for real?
We did. Yeah, we subscribed.
And Pam?
Oh, I have to give my word?
Yes.
Yeah. I can agree. I agree.
Oh, you agree?
Okay. I agree. I agree.
One of the few we got that agree, so you better take it.
Take it.
Take it. All right.
Let's see. What are we?
You going in order?
Are we supposed to go in order?
Unless you're going to memorize it.
Okay.
Memorize it.
Memorize it.
Why didn't we get your story?
Our story?
Is that not how this works?
Wait.
This is only an interview. I'm just saying, like.
We actually questions here, ma'am.
We are friends having a conversation.
What we can do
What's
at the
your
end.
Story?
Listen. I'm over talking.
Yeah.
But she moves and it makes no. Never mind.
Please edit that.
It's staying in there. That's
oh no! Yeah, we just talked all night.
Okay.
I was really like, I don't know.
I was like, huh?
I'm gonna leave it alone because this is the PG version. No, I'm gonna leave it alone. I mean, like, there's gonna be some edits. Like, don't.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, come on, bro.
What do you use for your editing?
I'm keeping that one though that he said.
Come on, man. What?